Hello, beautiful Leo. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, I am Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me here today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of the next 2 years with a general overview. I know it looks too far away. However, we already started to feel that energy in this May. This is actually Saturn and Aries both going into Saturn and Neptune both going into Aries this year. And it's going to last till in Saturn till 2028 and Neptune till 2039. And Aries is fire, passion, movement, leading, and all these energies are affecting all of us all around. So I want to see how is this going to affect you and what else is coming your way. Maybe you can also channel that from the future to the today. You can pull that energy, and this is going to also accelerate this energy on February 20th, 2026. So you can even set goals for the next 6 months to accomplish them with this fire. Okay, I'm gonna dive right into your cup, and we're gonna after that jump into your tarot. But it's not only going to be tarot, it's going to also have like an archetype I'm gonna look into where you are and where you're heading. Okay, let's see what's happening in there. I see something is accumulating, and then you can see there's a big whale, like a swimming an ocean creature actually moving inside of your energies here. Accumulation is a good thing because it's a positive energy accumulation here. So you might plan, maybe you have an idea right now and the plan is going to start. You're going to start to set in motion a plan to achieve this success. Whale most of the time symbolizes someone powerful, strong, and this can be you becoming the whale, the person who has all the resources, abundance, and prosperity. And this can also be like you meeting with someone, cutting pathways with this person, and maybe partnering up with them, creating something with them. And it seems like here it is on the horizon. Okay, even if you don't see the results at this moment, if you start to roll things, get things going, it is going to appear wide and clear. Okay, maybe at the end of the 2026, but it seems like it's right there. Okay. And I know sometimes people think that I don't plan that far in the distance, but if you have a passion, which Aries actually is like basically the coal and the fuel of passion energy and movement energy. If you have a passion, you can wait for it not even 2 years, 3 years, 4 years can be in the horizon if you know that it's going to pick up and it's going to feed your grandchildren in the future. Okay. And I see here beginning, and there is someone with a crown here. It's not very clear right now. Okay, it's like a shadow of a person with like a crown forming here, which you are, Leo. You are the king of the jungle, king and the queen of the jungle. So it seems like here this is something you're going to start doing, which is something you're good at, but the crown is not clear yet, meaning maybe you haven't recognized yet, or you didn't get the recognition that you're desiring, or you didn't get the material satisfaction out of this. But the crown is right there. It's like right now is a hypothetical, like the crown that we see. I think we see a crown in like the Sagittarius on the background when the sun is rising. There's a crown there. So it is like on the horizon. Okay, it doesn't mean it's too far away, and maybe it is going to start coming slowly rising from the clouds, from the horizon, and you will get a chance to reach to it. Okay, another crown we have here is the Ace of Swords had a crown here. This can also be showing up as a bright idea, which we put the crown around our heads, which represents our actually mind. When you come up with those kind of ideas, it seems like you need to plant them, because I see here a beanstalk growing, you see, and it seems like it's not going to take too long. That's why I said, like, if you're feeling like, oh, 6 months is a very long period of time. Okay, yeah, exactly right there. Okay, moderately stepping 1 foot at a time, putting your foot in the water. And this is actually means balance. Temperance is a different word, but it's translated as balance here. So balancefully, when you start tipping your toes into the water is going to respond back to you. Okay, you're manipulating the energy, and you are wearing the crown eventually. And the beanstalk is immediately growing really fast. So this can be even magic beans that you're planting. So if you have this kind of bright idea you want to accomplish, or this can be an inspiration that you're following coming to you, plant the seed right away because it's going to have like a massive growth in a very short period of time. This can be even the timeline of like that exact, like they're coming into the 0 degrees when it comes to like they're going to start coming together, aligning on Aries on January 26th. On February 20th, they're going to actually align perfectly together. So it seems like, go ahead, plant it. It is growing, and you can see right out there, there's a massive horse. Horses indicate wish fulfillment. So whatever is your wish and desire, it's going to just show itself to you. Okay, it's going to reveal itself to you right away. Another thing I see here, under the horse, there is a person that is a little bit like an aggressive face. They have people attached to them. So if this is a place that you want to work at, maybe someone who's passionate about what they do and they have people working together with them, and maybe you want to become the part of this person's team. I see a letter F here. F, kind of like, I'm going to take the F not only as like a letter F in someone's first name or the last name. Kind of first thing popped into my head is pharmacy, pharmaceutical, because F, that's how it's read. F, pharmacy, even though it is spelled PH. So I feel like some of you, PHA, like fa, some of you might be like doing something related to feeling, healing. I'm sorry, not feeling, because I was thinking about the F. That's why I said feeling. Healing some things, maybe healing you, healing your others. This can be spiritual healing. Pharmacy can be representative of like combining certain things together to make something out of it. This can be in the industry that you're going to be stepping in. And it seems like you're going to be working with someone aggressive in the sense of maybe have a big portion of the market, okay? And I see there are 2 Fs here, one here, one there. And there's a woman like flowing, her hair is flowing in the wind coming in. And this can be your feminine side, bringing in this position, this situation, this bright and light energy. Maybe you're going to step into a very intense environment and you're going to actually soften it up with your energy. And compassion can be coming from a man or feminine, female, a man or a woman. It doesn't have to be a certain gender. It's about the energy that you bring in this space. And when you have more softness, more malleable energy, you can actually apply more creative ideas and get better results. So right away, there's a big fish coming to you. Okay, maybe a promotion, an upgrade, maybe a fish can be opportunity, plenty of fish in the sea, and you're grabbing it, you're catching it with your hand. I see a letter B here. This can be in someone's first name or the last name, or in the name of the fish. Fish can be representative of a person, as a Pisces, swimming, coming towards you, bringing a massive wave with it, okay, which is a good thing. And I see there, if this is a business that you're running, if you need customers, it's coming. They're all celebrating. If you're a product, the product is appreciated. And on the shadow of that, I see there are 2 people coming together, like hand feeding each other. This can even be new love flourishing somewhere, because when you feel comfortable when it comes to material things and life goals and the passions, accomplishments, it is also going to fuel some romantic relationships for some of you, okay? And this is actually like the feminine energy, the creative energy is on a higher note. So it seems like here, it's not going to be like a boring relationship. It is going to have a lot of creative and adventurous aspects to it, okay? Another thing I see, this is like I know the second year timeline. When you keep going and continuing, I see letter T, M. This can be in someone's first name or the last name. I see 1, 2, 3 eights. Eights, very good omen. Eights are material satisfaction. 888 is actually a very good timeline, which we passed 8826, which is 888. But it doesn't matter. It's about the intention that you are using the numbers and the energies. And I see here the TM can be a trademark, okay? Maybe you have a trademark or you're getting something trademarked. It can bring massive wealth into your life. Someone might want to purchase it. Maybe you're going to create something. And I mentioned that I was in the fashion world. I don't know if you ever heard of when during my readings, I was a designer, and when you're in the world, you know certain things. For example, now there is a massively successful and famous brand called Hermes, and Hermes, they have these bags, very famous bags. One of them is Birkin bag, the other one is Kelly bag, and you know what? They are trademarked. Those bags are trademarked. It's just a design. When you look at the big picture, it's just a bag. They literally, the shape of the bag is trademarked and protected, because trademark can be protected for years. And like the designs do not get protected for a longer period of time, but trademarks can be. So this can be something, maybe you have come up with a trademark, a signature design, which is going to start becoming like very famous for you, or maybe all around the world, the people are going to pick it up. Because we consider sometimes the things that we think or imagine are small things, but most of the time, the things that are just coming to us are divine guidance. Like our mind, conscious mind especially, doesn't have the capacity to produce ideas. Most of the time, like we only pull references from the past when we're thinking about some things. When a creative idea comes, if you're listening to Bashar, who's channeled by Daryl Anka, that's what he says. Our mind only perceives what's given to us. So if you're getting that kind of like a creative idea within this next 2 years timeline, especially within the next 6 months, it can be some divine guidance coming for you. And the best part of it, number 8 is a material satisfaction, giving and receiving, completing the karma. And if you had this kind of like a financial struggles, maybe that idea is going to actually bring an end to it as well. Okay. I see there is another pathway opening. This is towards the end of the whole timeline, and you're receiving beautiful flower here. This can be recognition, this can be love, and I also see number 3 here, a creative idea also bursting out of this new community. Another thing I see here, 888, I told you there's a letter TM. This looks like a building, and this looks like a building too, and they remind me of 2 towers that we see in the moon card. Moon actually represents the mystery, so you might find yourself in an environment of mystery towards the end of this timeline, and the mystery is going to have a pathway in between, which will be leading you towards your desire, your heart's desire. And the buildings can be in the literal sense. Maybe you're going to find yourself in 2 tall buildings, in between 2 tall buildings, and there's a path going in between. And the only light you have is coming from the moon, your gut feeling, your intuition, okay? It is actually telling you, even though you don't see end of the pathway, it's leading to the victory, to the peak, to the summit of the mountain. So keep going, okay? That's why, even though it is like, maybe you are working for somewhere else which has trademark and you're in that space and supporting their growth, and then there's another place right here that you're having fun, enjoying, maybe this is family environment. In between that energy, there is a new pathway also going to be opening for you, but it might not have clarity, because the moon represents, like, there's a dark background here. Still though, there is some horizon. The sun is shining on behind the mountains, and you're going to be able to get there, okay, when you keep going. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. And that's another thing I would like to mention. I told you that the Neptune is going to be in Aries. Neptune is all about intuition, and it seems like your desire is going to be really fulfilled. So you might even like jump timelines and pull that energy of the future to your day today. And another thing with the Saturn is it's the planet of practical application of your plans. So if you don't have any, even though it seems like, oh, it's not going to work out, start writing down a plan. You will readjust it, okay? I heard it from your desire coming really fast, by the way. Plate is extremely clean. The saucer, your energy field is intact within the last year. Like I said, when you are in between in unknowingness situation, you're always being protected and guided divinely. And the first year, there's a massive expansion happening. I see this little dots or little desires that you have, and then it's growing and becoming bigger. I see 2 deers, one feminine, one masculine. Some of you might be manifesting also like a supportive relationship, okay? Another thing I see is the letter V, which is your victory. So Saturn is actually guiding you towards making a plan. And I heard from Brian Tracy once. He said, like, put a due date to your desire. Okay, put it like, I'm gonna start making this amount of money by March 2026. And when the time comes, if you're not making that money in that day, put it like 2 months later. Say like May 2026. Change the date. He says like it is going to happen. When whatever you write down, eventually it's going to happen. But do not like put a date on it, and do not blame yourself because the date didn't show up on the date. Just change the date, he says. So what I used to do is I used to put a date, and if the date comes and the thing didn't accomplish it, I would get into depression, despair, anger, resentment. I would say, oh, nothing's happened. And eventually, let me tell you something, everything I write down actually become my reality. So now, and as soon as I heard from him, I realized, oh yeah, we cannot give up. We cannot give up on our dreams and desires, because that's why we are here. That's our mission on the planet Earth, to create something that is authentic for us, to us. We have like divine contract up above that we're coming with that contract. Okay, that's why I'm gonna see now. We're gonna pull your archetype. Okay, where you are right now and where you're heading. Maybe within the next 2 years, where your archetype, who you will be. Let's see. I have here the bardo. I'm going to look into it. It is a blue-green eye, actually. And we have here, this is like a photo of a sphere. And I see the mountains in there. There's another person, like something in here, even though this looks like an eye. Where you are, if L is 50. 50 is, I think, what was that? Like 20 years of silver, 30 or 40 years something, and 50 years of golden. Seems like some of you in a golden year, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But I feel like because you are really focused on getting things done, accomplishing, being the leader, maybe you're not really seeing your progression here. This is a liminal, the in between, the transition energy. It is said that the bardo is a place between this life and the next, a liminal realm through which souls pass. Envisioning this inherently mysterious space creates the potential for us to rise above the concerns of this world and see our relationships through a cosmic timeless lens, which makes me feel like if this is the 50th year, like they say like the 50 is the 50th anniversary, even though L is not the 50, guys, I'm not really, I don't know after like 20, the Roman numericals, but if it's coming to me as like a golden year, maybe you have completed certain things. You got retired, you end up in one adventure. Now you're in between. You don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. And that's what's coming here and showing you that it is okay to be in that space. And this is where you need to be in. And it's okay to feel frustrated and also feel grace and forgiveness, because the truth is going to come to surface, okay? Bardo suspends us in its spaciousness for just long enough to open us to a higher wisdom. Maybe you are actually retired, for example, or you started school, now everything is like boring, you're going there and it wasn't your expectations. But this is actually boring you to a level so it can open up new space, new creative ideas can come in. Because when we're in comfort, when we're not really frustrated, not in the sense of anxiety, but in the sense of like a tiny bit of like a questioning, is healthy, because it will open up new doors for us. And it seems like you are, right, this timeline, you are in that in between. And let's see in 2 years where you will be. We have the mother. I love this energy. Mother is compassion, love, growth. The pearl, mother of pearl right there, is actually the gem, the true value, worth. There is, this is actually like a snake and then turning into a braid. And then this is like a soft kind of like, it reminds me of the sheets when you turn them around, make a soft place with them, and the eggs and the pearl, and then the feminine hand here. So you will, oh, this is number one, actually, the archetype. So number one, the leader also, when it comes to, even though it's a feminine leader, it's the leader energy. Creating, mother is the creative, womb is the creative organ that we have. So It is the place that you're going to start to give birth to new ideas and new life, okay, within these 2 years. But it's good to focus on with the Aries energy action, okay, which actions that you can take. Now let's see what's happening with this Bardo. We have the Lovers here, the wedding of Pohjola. This is also mythological from Fenica, Finnish wisdom. So it seems like here, you L with the Lovers, you already completed something in your life, okay? Something that you would like to have, love to have in your life. You have already experienced it. This can be a life partner, and you had a maybe amazing lifetime together. But now the pathways are separating. It can be that. That's what Bardo means. Or maybe it's time to upgrade that energy, that love. This can be about business. This can be about partnership. This can be about romance. It requires an upgrade now, even though it was perfect. The thing is, Page of Swords, this is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. It also indicates communication. Okay? Now you put it out there. You start communicating your ideas. You said, you know what? This was good, fun. But now, let's upgrade it. Maybe you offered it. Let's see what happened when you offered that idea. Oh, somebody said, no, we're good here. I'm holding on to my boxes. I got the key. I'm not letting you out of this space. Maybe this is like you wanted to retire or you wanted to get promoted. Your boss said, you know what? I love you where you are. You're not growing any bigger than this, or you're not getting out of my control. Four of Pentacles is holding so tightly. Okay, or this can be even your energy. Even though this creative idea comes forward, you're going to expand out of your space. You said, no, I'm not going out there. I don't want to go out there. I don't want to know what's happening outside. I'm good here. I'm holding too tightly. Okay, that is actually what happened in the past. I'm going to see what is going on in the future now. Okay, and I feel the past effects of Four of Pentacles is still here today with you. There's certain things, can be thinking patterns as well, or like daily habits you have that you're holding on to because you're associating them with your character, even though these are the things that you picked up along the way when you're growing, when you're living. It's not really a part of your personality, okay? Let's see what you can do in the present. Empress is suggesting tap into your feminine energy, tap into your creative side, okay? You can do creative journaling, singing, any creative activity, dancing. You don't have to have an expertise of anything to be creative in that manner. You can do these things wherever you are, standing on your both feet. You can start, put on a good music and start dancing. That's a way to make the energy from the divine to flow back to your body. And then grab your pen and paper, start writing down your desires, your ideas, coming up with 20 different ways that you can accomplish the things. And what happens is the 20th idea will be your way of going. And we have your Knight of Pentacles. Another thing here in the present might come in during this energy, Aries energy, when you cultivate the creativity, gentleness, nurturing, self-nurturing, nurturing the things around you, nurturing your projects, it is going to start to bear fruit, and it is going to be a long-term financial security. It is going to be strong longevity. It is going to have longevity, basically. And Nine of Pentacles, not only that, you're going to be able to enjoy what you're creating. And Nine of Pentacles can be long-term also. But it is like 9 pentacles line up. Think of it that way. You're going to start picking one pentacle at a time. We have a labyrinth here. Along the labyrinth, you're in the beginning and you're going to start to see the results immediately. I have the World here with the Tree of Life. This is also completing a cycle. This is the end of Fool's journey. So even if from the past, there's still some things like the Bardo we have here in between, that something is lingering in your energy, you're going to complete that story. You're going to actually look at your Tree of Life that you have grown and move on to the next thing, the next stage, your creative side. We have so many, the Mother and the Nurturer, and the Empress is the nurturer energy here. So your seeds are going to be truly fulfillingly nurtured, okay? But it requires your gentleness towards yourself first, and then to your heart's desire. Let's see what the future holds for you. We have Four of Wands, guys. This is the finish line, okay? And like maybe even it's like we can compare this to The world is completing a cycle, completing your journey. Four of Wands is completing a task, completing something that you actually intended to make happen. You're going to make it happen. Another thing with the Four of Wands energy in the original tarot, what we see is like people going to a party. So that's an indication that yes, you will celebrate your success. It is going to be perfect. It is going to be enjoyable. You're going to bring together the people you love, the people who supports you, loves you fully, and you're going to actually even throw a party when you receive this blessing. Okay, I want to see here if I can find the Four of Wands so we can explore the imagery a little bit more. But we have four wands here. There's fire burning, so it's something that you're passionate about is going to really pick up the pace, and it is going to bring you the pleasure that you are actually, maybe that's why you went into this thing. Not only pleasure, I feel like when you accomplish that, you will also get the chance to experience a celebration. On the background, people are coming in, and there's a castle here and the prosperity side of this thing. Okay, you see, like, this is actually kind of reminds me of a little bit cornucopia. It's not the exact shape, but this is the finish line. You're coming, you have the fruits and the flowers. There are people calling you over, come celebrate with us, you did a great job. And that's what the future holds. And you are the mother of the creator and the birther of this new world here. That's what you're going to be. We have Five of Wands. Or Four of Wands and Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be indicative of maybe when the future comes, you're not going to leave it there. You're just going to say, okay, I completed this, but not enough. I'm going to pick up more. And with the fire energy, Aries energy, I interpret this something as positive, because it seems like here you're going to have inspiration to maybe go into the field, in the market, competitive environment, and keep going, not stopping. Okay, you're not going to be like hanging your coat and say, you know what, I'm just not going to continue anymore. You're going to find more inspiration to go forward and create a massive wealth, maybe even for yourself. And finally, we have the moon here. Okay, the first thing. So what happens is I pulled the moon. Now I'm thinking moon showed up again and the pathway is winding. We don't have the pathway here. We have two wolves fighting with each other, the black and the white. So some parts of you is going to tell you that, okay, don't give up now. Don't worry about it. Don't push forward. And some parts are going to say, keep going. We're almost there. So you might have that kind of like energy to come into your space. Even point out Five of Cups here, tell you on the shadow side, oh no, it's going to be a fail. Let's not do it. Let's not go down there. But under it, we have the Fool. If you go for it, we're going to fail. We're not going to be able to achieve what we want. But if you can get through that disappointment moment, or the things are not going to, like, you feel the heartbreak, and maybe some things are going to work out, some things are not going to perfectly align. But if you can push through it, we have here the sun and the moon, like the sun and the moon, and the new horizons and the full with the full energy, new beginning. You're going to actually create something new. We have the devil here. Like, again, I feel like this is a positive thing. And even though some part of you, or Five of Cups can be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who can give up really easily, telling you, okay, let's not dwell on this. Let's not work on that. But it seems like you're going to go into the devil mode and say, you know what, I'm going to make this happen. So in this point here, it is actually representative of being fully laser focused on the desire and like getting obsessed with it to make it happen. And then the Fool, that's why the Fool coming forth as a supporting idea. So you're not going to really get yourself dragged by others here. And that can be also the energy of this Neptune and Saturn being in Aries. Okay, even though the reality reflects something different to you or not give you the clarity about the situation, you're going to know that if you keep at it, if you keep it in your mind, you're going to bring it to the end, and you're going to bring it to the new beginning too. Okay, all right, now I'm going to pull your angel of assistance, because we would like this kind of support during this journey. We want the angels to walk with us, and let's see which angel wants to walk with you in this journey. Okay, let's pull. I have here, I'm going to show you that one, Gabriel. Gabriel is the messenger and inspiration, so keep your eyes, ears open. There's going to be divine inspiration coming forward with the Archangel Gabriel. She will always be there. And whenever you ask for inspiration to do things differently or do things in an upgrade position, he will give you that inspiration. Another thing here, we have the Archangel Michael, transmutation. Transmutation is transforming one thing to another, anger to peace. For example, pain to pleasure. Okay, so Archangel Michael is going to be with you also in this journey, but you need to ask for them, call for them to come help, because free will we have as human beings. They cannot really intervene if we cannot ask for the help. But when you ask for that from Michael, he will help you, she will help you to transmute the situation that you're in to the higher and positive equivalent of that. Okay. All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. I hope this reading brings you clarity and light for the weeks ahead. If you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.